Hello, we are starting our webinar number 7, and this is about health and safety. We are here under the Erasmus Plus project upskilling HVAC technicians and heat pump technologies for green energy transition, and here is the pump up training MOOC, which is actually available for everyone. And my name is Kai Remets, and today I am introducing you the module number 7, health and safety. So let's start with this module.
Learn, protect, install safely. This online course gives you the knowledge to understand potential risks and work safely while installing heat pumps. You'll explore key safety areas, including electrical safety, refrigerant handling, and working in different installation environments. Learn the safety features of connecting electrical supplies. Understand the risks of working with refrigerants, including safe handling procedures, essential protective equipment, and what to do in case of an accident. Gain practical guidance for working safely at height, underground, or in confined spaces. Test your knowledge with questions and answers section. Start your training today and put health and safety first in every installation.
Yeah, it was a short introduction of the topics and already mentioned mainly where this module is about health and safety, very important knowledge to know for all technicians in the field. And they are electrical supply safety, refrigerant safety, also working on the height or below ground level. But let's start. The first lesson is about electrical supplies safety. It's main requirements for the heat pump installation. And of course, important to point out that all electrical work must be carried out by the registered electrician. And here are more suggestions or requirements for doing any works, installation works, which also include electrical supplies. So the first is the main requirements to be safe when you are working in the electrical supplies, whatever supply that are either connected on the electrical circuit or to separate dedicated circuit. What to know about when you are at outdoor unit connection, what to do, how to work safely, and here are some safety requirements for every technician to know. As you see, there is what to do and also what not to do. And again, these are for the health and safety of mostly yourself. The second lesson is about refrigerant safety. And this is the area which, again, technicians should handle very carefully. The dangers of refrigerants are twofold. Then they can pose a risk to human health but also environmental damage. So, that's why there is a full chapter about to know what are the risks and how to deal with those. But first, there are information about what are the common refrigerant gases used in the heat pumps, what types they are, and a lot of chemical names, and also shorter versions of those different refrigerant gases in the heat pumps. And there are also a little bit information about the other gases that are used in the specific application for industries. So just you to know what they are and what are the main risks. Here are very important part, essential requirement. What are the required, what you need to do and know about when you work with refrigerant. First, of course, the systems must be installed by appropriately qualified person and with a certificate for refrigerant handling, and also be sure that the refrigerant must not be intentional risk to the atmosphere. This is harmful. So important to know also what are the safety procedures when you are already working with the refrigerant. So not to read everything, but yes, only use a refrigerant specified by the manufacturer for charging. You have to be careful to measure the additional pipe run length, especially if you need to add some refrigerant. You know to know how to calculate refrigerant amount, and also how to test safely and how to fill the refrigerant safely. Again, when there are procedure safety, there is also a list what not to do while you are working with refrigerants. There are also mentioned the different possible hazards when working with refrigerants, and that they could be, for instance, inhalation of the refrigerant gas, spillage of this chemical refrigerant on the skin or eyes, also explosions, or in case of fire. So these are kind of main hazards which could happen. And what to do? To safeguard yourself mostly, but also other people, environment in your area. So while working with refrigerant, and particularly in the liquid phase, personnel should wear the following safety equipment. Here is the list of the safety equipment. Also, this leaking situation, what to know, and especially when you are working in closed area, basements, for instance, or other badly ventilated areas. What happens when someone has inhaled the refrigerant. Again, what to do, the list: remove person to fresh air, and of course, if necessary, obtain immediate medical attention. The next possible damage is spillage of the refrigerant on the skin. Again, what to do? For instance, firstly, remove contaminated clothing, and so on. What happens when the refrigerant somehow has an eye contact or happens to your eyes? Again, very important to know to wash your eyes, clean water or eye wash solution very quickly. What if you have swallowing the refrigerant? Again, what to do? Yeah, first, if the person is conscious, wash the mouth and also give at least a glass of water to drink and obtain immediate medical attention most of the time. In case of fire, what to do? And that could happen in some or in during the whatever works. But yeah, first, if it's possible, look at the firefighting equipment. But of course, make sure that your own safety is in the first place, all the other people. So try to evacuate everyone and ask immediate fire department help in this case as well. So we are now end of the lesson 2. Let's look at the lesson 3. And here are information and safety requirements when you are working at height. So this again for the heat pump installers is some of the places to have your installation works. But yeah, working at height remains one of the biggest causes of injuries for technician. So just here is the instruction on how to keep yourself safety while you are on roof or ladders and have to work there. So, but what to do then? Of course, employers should first assess the risks, whatever the working space is, on the ladder, on the roof. Before working at height, you should just work through these steps to first, of course, avoid work at height where it's possible to do. So if there is something which you can already pre-install on the ground, let's do so. But also please look at what are the other safety requirements and what kind of things the workers that work on height should do. Again, the list what to do and how to keep your health and safety while you are already have to do something on the higher places. And of course, when there are what to do, there is also what not to do. So again, for instance, overreach ladders or overload your ladders or try to also use the this ladders or step ladders for the lighter work or shorter duration. Okay, we are here in the end, and let's see the fourth topic, working in confined spaces. So these confined spaces could be something that are below zero, or there are below ground level, or other kind of specific places where might be dust, grain, or whatever contaminant. And as always, you should know when you are work at confined spaces what you should do. For instance, be aware of risk and look of your safety or emergency equipment, and of course what not to do when you are working in confined spaces. Okay, and let's look at the lesson 5, working below the ground level. They could be any excavations below ground level, and especially when there is groundwater heat pump, there are sometimes you need to install the pipelines on the excavations. So this is also important, all technicians to know that what are the most common hazards by working on the below ground level. A lot of them. For instance, yes, the excavation collapse, or there is some kind of falling. Something could fall to those excavations. So just, of course, the first is that be aware what there might be the possible hazards. Okay, there are a lot of those to know. And the main, since there are several potential hazards, be aware of the risks and make sure that if you are working, there is emergency equipment necessary to save you. And also few notes what not to do when you are already working below ground level. Okay, now we are here in the end of the lessons, and as always in those modules we have section of questions and answers. So most commonly asked, so frequently asked questions, and the answers are here. It's a good way to repeat and remind the topics and the most important ones also from this module. And there is as I said, mostly and frequently asked question here for you to know. The next section is self-assessment and questions. Here is a quiz with 15 questions. Every question has at least one possible and correct answer. So again, for you to remember and be able also maybe to understand how well you know these topics. Okay, and the last here in this row are the practical exercises. All the modules have the practical exercises, and then also here there is 2 exercises. And the first is more like a question. While working with refrigerant, particularly in the liquid phase, what to wear to be safe enough? And there is exercise 2. What is the right refrigerant for the different abbreviation are here, so what types they are, again, you to know. So, and now we are completed the health and safety module with this practical exercises. Thank you for listening.